Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is in partnership with L'Oreal and I wanted to create something that was easy, fun and different. So this is the look here that I came up with. Went for a purple wing liner, nice glowy skin, and then we went with a matte cool tone lip. So if you want to see the whole look come together, then please keep watching. So I've already moisturized my skin, so I'm just going to go straight in with my primer. And I'm going to use the Infallible Glow Primer. Okay, so I'm just going to rub that in with the tips of my fingers. Oh, feels nice. Feels smooth on the skin. Doesn't go like too dry or anything because this is the glow one. There is a matte one as well. If your skin is like quite oily, you're probably better off using the matte one and that will help control the oil. But this one is the glow one, so it's just going to help keep that glow in your skin. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Infallible Pro Glow. This is the shade 204. So this foundation I actually really love. I've worn it a good few times. I've used it in different videos. Anytime I've worn it, it's always lasted well. Like, it hasn't irritated my skin, nothing like that. So definitely do recommend this. Like, it's such good coverage. I'm just going to do this little one area here so you can see the difference. So see the coverage? And see, you have that nice kind of dewiness with it as well. They do have a matte one of this too, but I always choose the glow option. I always get so many comments of people saying that every time they use a makeup brush, they get streaky. So if that does happen to you, what I recommend is doing a little bit of foundation at a time. And then see what I'm doing here now. Just like stippling the product on. So sometimes I'll just really, with the tip of my brush I use just to kind of blend it and move the product around, and then I'll just go and stipple all over. And it just kind of helps keep the coverage and just take away any brush strokes or anything like that on the skin. So if you are someone who struggles with using a brush, try that and see how that goes. See, that coverage is so good, and I love the finish of this foundation because you have that really nice dewiness. I'm always down for dewy. And I'm going to conceal using the Infallible Pro Glow Concealer. This is in the shade number 1. So I'm going to just highlight under my eyes. I'm going to do chin, lip, and a little bit here. So this just helps highlight the inner parts of the face. And I'm just going to use a sponge just to blend that in. I just love how dewy everything is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of the Infallible powder. And you know me in powder, I don't use a lot of it because I do like the dewiness to stay in the skin. So what I always do with my powder is just T-zone. So I will set underneath my concealer. I will set just in around this area, around the nose. Let's just do it as I'm talking. Because I find if I don't set my concealer, it creases a lot. So just a little bit around here. Oh, I really like this powder. I'm very fussy with my powders, but I like this. This is actually my first time using this powder. I like it. I'm going to set underneath this one. I just go down a little bit around the nose. And then another little bit, just dust it around here. And I like to dust it just a little bit through my brows, so when I do my brows, the product sticks. And I also like to just go in around the nose and kind of around the smile lines and around the mouth, because this is not an area you want it to be shiny, because all it does is looks greasy and sweaty, and that's not a good look for anybody. If you don't want to use too much powder, you can use the Infallible Makeup Setting Spray, and this will help hold your makeup in place without taking away any of the shine or any of the dewiness that you add to your skin, because sometimes when you put the powder on, it's just going to take that away. So if you don't want that, you can just use this. I am still going to use this, but I like to use this more so towards the end of my makeup rather than now. So we'll get back to this. So to highlight, I'm using the Infallible Galaxy Stick. This is in the shade 11. It's called Galaxy Gold. So usually what I like to do with these is I like to just get a sponge and just kind of rub it on top. You know, get a good bit on here like this. And then just press it onto the cheekbones. So you can see here it slightly comes through. Because I find that if you put this just right on the skin, sometimes it can move your foundation around. So I always find that this is the better option. You can do it with a brush as well, but I always feel like a damp sponge always works best. And it blends in more like seamlessly into the skin. Like there's not even much I need to blend into that. It's just blending itself. This is gorgeous. I thought it was going to be a little bit too pink when I saw it in this, but it's actually perfect. So I thought I would do a little bit colour today and do something fun. So I'm going to use the Infallible Longwear eye pencil. This is in the shade purple. Yeah, this is the purple one here. Hopefully this stays in focus for me. Oh, also, as you can see, I did my brows and added a little bit of bronzer off camera just so we could jump straight in and get eyes started. So what I'm going to do is I always like to map out my wing first. So I'm gonna map that out. I'm gonna drag this in here. And the reason why I have the angled brush is so I can just kind of move the product around, especially in around like the inner corners. So I'm just gonna go over this just to intensify the colour. And don't worry about if your flick here isn't so sharp. I'm going to show you how you can just clean that up with some concealer. So don't be worrying about getting it too perfect. So I'm actually just going to let that set and then I'm going to go over it again. I'm going to go over this liner again just to intensify the colour. I'm going to take a little bit of the Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Ice Latte. So it's just this really light champagne-y colour. And I'm just going to highlight the inner corner with this. And now I'm taking the False Lash Fiber Mascara. So this has two different ends. So I'm going to use the first end first, which is the primer. So it primes your lashes and helps kind of elongate them and just basically makes them look bomb. So I'm just going to use the primer bit first. And then I'm using the second part. And just really getting in there. So that's it, with and without. So for my lips today, I'm using the Infallible liquid lipstick in the shade Angora number 360. I forgot to do this before my lipstick, but I'm going to spray a little bit of the Infallible makeup spray, or the setting spray. So that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you like this look. I will link all the products down below in the description box with the names and the numbers so you know exactly what I used, and a link on where you can shop them, so be sure to check that out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.